So what happens when it's late and your teenage son isn't home as promised at midnight? Every parent's worst fear, right? What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another weekly update already. So what went on this week? It wasn't an overly hectic week, but let's start with what I read. And the first book I read was The Haunting of Rookward House by our very own Australian horror author Darcy. I really enjoyed it. If you want to hear more about the book, I did post a video earlier in the week as part of Horror Mayhem Week 2, which is a project I'm participating in with a whole range of other co-hosts, where the theme for this week was gothic horror, and I thought Haunting of Rookwood House fit the bill quite nicely and really enjoyed that book. So if you haven't checked out the video, please check it out and let me know what you think. I would highly recommend reading her if you're into hauntings and ghosts and just creepy stuff in general. So be sure to check out her website when you get a chance. She is really good. So what else did I read? Well, I did start a book I have been looking forward to for quite some time by one of my favourite thriller writers, T.M. Logan, and that is The Curfew. I'm currently 2/3 of the way in. I thought I'd be finished it by the end of the week, but I anticipate finishing that probably Monday night now, but have been enjoying it. It's been a ripper of a read. It involves the disappearance of a local teenage girl, where 5 teenagers go up to a secluded spot just outside of the town, and because it's the end of the school year, they let their hair down, they have a few drinks around the fire and light up a joint or two, and towards the end of the night, towards midnight, one of the girls disappears. And what happens is a whole can of worms is released with the circumstances surrounding the disappearance. So we have one of the main characters called Connor, who doesn't make it home by his 12 o'clock curfew, but he does pull the wool over his parents' eyes and uses his cousin Zach to cover for him so that they think he arrived home safely, but it's not the case, and nothing is as it seems. And I think T.M. Logan weaves the plot threads really well and keeps you guessing all the way through. I can't wait to get to the end of it, but I will discuss the book in a lot more detail when I hopefully release my first author spotlight video on T.M. Logan, hopefully next month, so look out for that. But yeah, really good book. I love a good read where you're always guessing towards the end, and T.M. Logan hasn't disappointed me with his previous 5 books either. He as time goes on and as he releases new books, I can see his writing style really getting better and better, and really polished. He writes teenage characters very well. I believe he is a father of teenagers, so the authenticity of the characters is great, and the pace of the book is really breakneck as well. And there's a lot of elements to the mystery of this disappearance, and yeah, nothing is as it seems. So I'm really looking forward to speaking about that in a little bit more detail. Alright, so what am I going to read? Now, I wanted to touch upon next week, because next week is week 3 of Horror Mayhem, and the theme for that week is cosmic horror. Now, I originally wanted to read Agents of Dreamland by Caitlin Kiernan. Now, I haven't been able to find a digital copy for a cheap price online. I found one for about $9 on Amazon, and I just weren't prepared to pay $9 for 125 pages. Call me scummy, but yeah, didn't really want to do that. And I thought, well, let's look a little bit closer to home, and I decided to change my mind and read The Mist by Stephen King. I've actually got Skeleton Crew. I own that one. I've got the story in there, and I thought, well, that's a similar length to Agents of Dreamland, and it fits the theme of cosmic horror really well. And I thought, well, look, that'll do, and looking forward to getting stuck into that. So I have changed my mind, and that'll be a little bit different, but it conforms to all the guidelines, and I love myself a little bit of Stephen King, what can I say? So really looking forward to that. Another book I'm also going to squeeze into next week as well is a James Patterson collaboration with President Bill Clinton, The President is Missing. Last year I read the follow-up book to this one. It wasn't an actual sequel, but it was still co-written by Bill Clinton with James Patterson, and I've been looking forward to reading this for a little while, and I just grabbed it off the shelf on a whim. I thought, what else can I read next week? And I thought that's as good a choice as any, and I've been wanting to read it for quite some time, and I know that it won't take me very long to get through at all, so really looking forward to that. What did I watch this week? So my wife and I have been watching The Sinner on Netflix, which is the crime series which stars Bill Pullman, which we've been really enjoying, although we're up to the end of season 3 and we haven't enjoyed that one as much as the other 2 seasons, but we are looking forward to smashing out season 4 and getting really stuck in this coming week. So that was it's been pretty good overall. Now, I did manage to catch the new Stephen King adaptation of Firestarter, which disappointed me overall. I went in with high expectations, and from what I saw of the trailer, it looked pretty impressive. And to listen to people online and what they thought about it, and they thought it was pretty good overall as well. When I actually watched it, I weren't real happy with the length. I think 90 minutes just isn't long enough for a film like this. I think it could have done with an extra half hour very, very easily, so that the characters can be fleshed out a little bit more and some of the themes explored in a bit more detail. But what I did like about it was the young actress Ryan Kira Armstrong. She was actually rather good in the role of Charlie McGee. She has a really good 1,000-yard stare. She's got some real potential to become a really good actress. She is the actress that was in It Chapter 2 as a little girl that Pennywise the clown eats her. She was the one with the birthmark on her face. I think she's really got potential and a really good future as an actor. A little bit on the fence about Zac Efron being Charlie's dad, Andy. I found the way he exhibits his power a little bit wanky, actually. You see it for yourself and make up your own mind, but I think they could have gone about that a little bit differently. I think the best casting choice in this movie was Rainbird. The actor, someone Grey Eyes, I believe, I don't know his first name, fit the bill really well, but he was so underwhelming in the movie. Not picking on his acting ability or anything, but Rainbird just didn't get enough screen time, and his character wasn't used to its full potential. There was so much more potential for this actor to embrace the character of Rainbird, and the events in the movie just weren't faithful to the book. The ending in particular was shithouse. The way it ended was just ridiculous. Not going to put you off seeing it, you make up your own mind, but these are just thoughts I've got about it. I weren't really impressed, and I certainly expected a lot more about it. But go off and see it, see what you think. And the special effects in it were quite good. I was pretty impressed with those, but you only saw a couple of incidences of it, and it could have been so much better with an extra half an hour. So that's my rant, but that's what I thought of it and just wanted to share that with you. Alright, so that is it for my weekly update. Looking forward to sharing more thoughts on the Curfew, and I'm looking forward to sinking my teeth into a little James Patterson next week. But that's all for today, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, put some comments below, and I always like to respond to those, and let me know if you've seen Firestarter and what you thought, and let me know what you're reading or planning on reading. I'm always interested to hear that. But until next time, see you later.